What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Itz-Beez-Da TrackStar, and welcome back to another dancehall video tutorial. Now I want to go over levels and not so much visually, but what you hear. I got a question from a GM. Asked me why, even though while me a mix like beat and knock everything loud, you know what I mean, and me a clip basically upon the individual channels, but me not clip upon the master. So I kind of did want to go over that, and I'm not going to use one of my sessions. I use a session I get from somebody who I'm going to mix. So I don't really know too much about what I go on, and that would kind of be better off for sure, because it's not something what me do, you know what I mean, it's something what somebody else do, so me can explain exactly what I go on. So first and foremost, there's this thing, or a term, pre-feeder, post-feeder. You have to understand them thing there, you know, because them go hand in hand with levels. So basically, some DAWs operate in a pre-feeder mode, some DAW operate in a post-feeder mode. But every DAW, if them consider themselves a professional DAW, go give you the option for either operate pre-feeder or post-feeder. Cool? We'll get more into that in a second. We're not going to make the video stretch too long, probably about 10 minutes at the most. So we'll play that track here, right? And we'll just watch with levels on the master. So what we'll do is we'll bring in a meter, right? And we'll load up the meter upon the master. Well, they already have a meter in a session, so we'll use this. But we'll bring in a different meter. We'll just bring in a regular VU meter, so we can just look on the levels and me can explain exactly what I mean by pre-feeder and post-feeder. Cool. So let's go and load up the Duro. Very, very good plugin, especially when it comes to levels. Me use this when me a mix, and it really helped me keep my levels them what them need for there when time me a mix. So I'll load up that, right? And we'll just play the track and watch the master. We'll watch the master, we'll watch the individual channel. Any channel where light up with them buttons there up at the top, this little box right up at the top right or so. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you. Yeah, any button will light up with this red up at the top. That means we are clip. Cool? So we'll just all keep that in mind. So let's clear the clipping, and then let's watch what levels.
Yo, power that. Ashes to dance. Them dead off. From a war team, me Victoria. Murderous.
Let's go to somewhere more busy.
When me weapon a spin, ask the sandmill fuck up your chin. Hey, what a sin. Brain a fly just like the bird wing. Them dead, me no walk with no sling. No sir.
Alright, see there. So something just make we clip, right? Something just make we go past 0 in a Pro Tools. So that can be anything, right? So the thing what you need to understand is on the master channel is a sum of all of these channels. So every single level I come and I go into the master. But typically when everything, let's put everything to 0, right? So let's put everything to 0. So when everything there is 0, 90% of the time, turn off all of the plugins them, you don't clip. Very, very easy. Not even have to go too long before it start clip. But watch this, right? Let's say we take all of them things. And this is the thing what I tell people, like, you can't really use your eyes when it comes to mixing, right? So if I group all of them fader, cool. So now we'll lower the volume on all of them, right? We'll clear the clip again. Now if I play,
when me weapon a spin, ask the
now notice, right? Even though the volume of the fader itself, the volume on the fader is lower, the waveform or the meter still assure the same level.
When me
see it? So it still assure the same exact level in the pan the mixer. So that not really have nothing to do with what go on pan the master. The master I get the level from the fader themselves. So if the fader them not have no level, meaning them they don't have so infinity, the master now gonna show no level. So if we slowly start bring up the fader them now.
Boom, boom. When me weapon a spin, the sun will fuck up your chin.
All of a sudden we start get levels on the master, and that is because Pro Tools by default work in a post fader configuration, meaning the level what go to the master a come after the fader. So wherever the fader position there, any volume what pass through it, they'll go to the master. Cool. So, like I say, you can do it that way, and you can also do it in a pre-fader configuration. Simply, the term pre-fader now, you typically hear that associated with like reverbs and delays, and there's like a really effective way to use a pre-fader sender, pre-fader configuration. So let's say we have the vocals, right? We just want one of the main vocals. All right, see it right, that's what we must say. So that's the hook, right? So we'll just use the main vocal, cool? So if we did want to make a reverb, right, or whatever, let's turn on back all of the plugin them. So let's take this, we'll just send it to any auxiliary, no matter. We'll just go new track, and that'll create a new aux, and it'll create a new track, right? Right, that's the name aux one. So we'll just call that test. Cool. Upon that, the track that we'll put a reverb. Any reverb, it not even really matter. I'll just drop sitting by random. Never use this, no know what it is, don't really care. So let's see if it. So now we have reverb. This is our fader. This is the fader for the aux. This is not the main fader. This is just how they'll say how much level we want to send to the reverb.
When me weapon a spin, ask the sun will fuck up your chin.
Cool. So that's what that do.
When me weapon a...
Alright, we need to turn off automation on this because we need to have control over the volume.
When me weapon a spin.
Cool. So like I said, that's how I send the level, right? So now let's say we want to do something to the reverb. We want to do some effects to the reverb, but we don't want to hear the main vocal. You know, this is where pre-fader configurations really come in handy, because what we can do now is boom. Typically, if me say, yeah, we want to just hear the reverb by itself, if me try to just turn on the main vocal,
when me weapon,
we now have nothing to go to the reverb, you know what I mean? Because it's post-fader, so everything after the fader, there's nothing after the fader because the fader does 0. So there's nothing where I go to the reverb. But simply by pressing pre-fader, we have level I go to the reverb, even though the vocal fader, they all the way down to infinity. And the reason is because the level where they go to the reverb when you press the pre-fader button is coming before you lower the fader, so it'll come before the fader. So the level where they go to the reverb is the level what record, you know what I mean? So whatever this did the record at, that's how they go to the reverb. However loud this is, the track itself, the wave file, that's how they go to the reverb. You understand? So now what that allow me to do is, that allow me to even mute the track and press play, and we still have level. So now I can go in and I can drop a EQ on the reverb, and then I can tweak the reverb and do whatever I want to do, however I want to do it, and not have to listen to the dry signal. You understand what I say? Can do whatever I want to the reverb, and it don't really even matter because the dry signal is muted. So when we're done, we turn off pre-fader and we just, you know, just come in and bring back up the dry vocal. You understand what I say? And then we have a reverb tailor-made exactly how we want it, because we're going in and we EQ this and EQ that, and we can bring back the dry signal simply by taking it out of pre-fader. So yeah, that's one of the ways where pre-fader configurations can really help out. Another way, for a lot of people, you don't know, Pro Tools have different metering, right? A typical and the one that come by default is digital VU. Cool. Let's go through a couple more of them. So if we go to sample peak, now instead of the digital VU, meaning the average, instead of that, all of a sudden, watch how the meter will behave different.
When me weapon a spin, ask the sun will fuck up your chin.
Cool. And we'll switch to a couple of them in the sun. We'll switch to a couple of them. So just watch.
When me weapon a spin, ask the sun will fuck up your chin.
And notice when we change them, how the numbers on the fader them are changed. Notice we have 0, -5. If we go back to digital VU, we have 0, -5, 10, going all the way down to 60. But when we switch to like Pro Tools Classic, we have a different scaling. You understand what I said? That now have nothing to do with the actual level. It's just a visual thing. Don't make the little bright light and little pretty light them fool you. Them no mean shit. You understand what I say? I just for looks. To be honest, it's just however you want to look on your signal. It's different ways to measure the signal. But at the end of the day, you have to use your ears. If your ears tell us say it at this start and it a clip, it at this start and it a clip. You understand what I say? So if we go to VU, right? Watch this.
When me weapon a spin, ask the sun mill for.
Watch out. You know, looking at this, that's oh brother, oh that clip woman now hear it like you know it now this start and you know what I mean, you buck out, you know what I mean? Because it's just a different way of metering. That are the thing you need to understand. It's just a different way of metering. Don't really have nothing to do with nothing at all. We got K20.
When me weapon a spin,
once again, is a different way of metering. You understand what I say? So don't make the metering fool you. If you're safe and a peaceful life, just use digital VU until you understand more about metering. Cool? If we go to RMS,
when me weapon a spin, ask the sun mill fuck up your chin.
Once again, it's just a different way of metering. There's nothing significantly different about it. You understand what I say? So hopefully, we clarify certain things. If you still have questions, feel free to reach out on WhatsApp. And you know, we go back and forth and we just kind of explain the thing them too, you know. Until next time, it's your boy Itz-Beez-Da TrackStar. Peace.